making hay. I'm walking into the field where we just disked down the Sudan grass. And it's been less than a week. It's probably been 5 days. They spread manure on it right behind the disc. I mean, they were in the field the same day he was in the field. Then he ripped it, which I didn't get any video of the ripping because I went to see Gerrod on his birthday. You can see the ripper shanks went right through here. And now we got to get on the other side of that disc. Now he's disking it in a second time. I love that crumbler that runs behind. There's hardly any big dirt clods. We're gonna get in the dust if we don't move. There's some manure. Here at the bottom end of the field, the dirt's always harder. It gets the most traffic. And this is where the water sits the most. What is that? So that's why it's cloddier. So he hasn't been right here yet. That's his first land. We don't run GPS on that. I would like to, but we don't. But you can see the ripper shank lines here. You can't see them here, but look at this soil. A week and a half ago, it had Sudan in it, 3 foot tall. Now it's just beautiful dark soil. So if you notice, there's this dark stripe right here. That's where an old border was. This is looking good. He's moving along. Hope I can catch him on the ripper. I love watching that ripper run with that new clod buster on it. Got a lot going on today. Missed a bunch of it. We're in the shop. Had to take apart our clerf clamp on our yard squeeze, which is 20 years old. So we replaced the side shift in it. That's what we did earlier today. Now, checking on a couple guys who got the swather running right next to, we're planting right next to lasering, right next to, well, in the same field as the land plane. This will all be planted within a couple days. And I was lazy or tired or whatever, but I'm sorry. I pretty much missed all the tillage stuff, the ripping, the disking. I really didn't film any of it. So this year you guys don't really get to watch any of that. But you get to see this stuff instead, right? Right. What I had to do here too is this is a drain. We call it like a bar ditch, or where the water runs off the field and then it goes out to the drain ditch. My new grader had pushed all this over, so I got to put in several hours on the new grader. That's always fun. This field clotted up pretty bad. You can really see in the drone footage. Even after we ran the ripper with the clod buster. Well, first we disked it. Then we ran the ripper with the clod buster. Then we disked it a second time. And then we went from our big Sweeco disc to our sunflower, where the discs are a lot closer together. And we disked it a third time. So this field has been disked 3 times, ripped once. And as you can see, we're running the land plane. We're running the land plane to break down the clods another time. So that's like a 4th trip. Then he will laser it, which I'll talk about the lasering in a second. And then behind we'll run the land plane again. So when a field with this soil, the type of soil we have, it naturally makes these clods. Other areas aren't so bad. So this field has quite a bit more man hours and equipment hours and diesel going through it, which isn't great, but we'd rather have field prep done properly now, and then we won't be regretting it, dealing with it later. I'll walk over to the other field we haven't done yet. We didn't do the same amount of trips. We were kind of debating whether to do it or not. We thought we'd run a test and do it on one field and not the other, and you'll see the clod difference in it. But he has, even from this, a lot of these, a lot of bigger ones, a little bit bigger. Then behind the laser, there's a lot less. They're still there, but it's a lot less. Smaller. See, even in this area, one big one. So that laser will break a lot of the clods. But what the laser does, it leaves every loop he makes with our equipment that we run, our swathers going so fast, he can feel every one of these tire marks going perpendicular across them. So the land plane will come across this one more time, and that will really get rid of any bigger clods, and it'll make it so nice and smooth. And that's why we're able to go as fast as we do in that windrower, which is great for us. We only run one, so we need to be able to go as fast as we can go. Man, it was cool today. Oh, it was 54 degrees this morning at 5 a.m. It's beautiful. But next week it's back up to 105. That sucks. Whatever. It's Arizona. The purpose of the laser level, which is pretty simple, side to side, we're flat. So when we open the top of the ditch, the water flows evenly from side to side. But we have a very small end-to-end fall, and it could be a half a tenth, it could be 6, 7, 8 tenths. It's very tenths. So it's very, very minimal. Some of our fields are almost flat. This field actually has some good fall to it. That's why we are planting with that drill rather than a Brillion. Most of our planting is done with a Brillion, but with this soil and the steepness of this field, we're going to use we use that drill. But that's the point of this laser level. A lot of guys have gone to GPS. We haven't done it. It's kind of expensive to make that switch. I just don't see the value in it for our farm specifically. So yeah, we just use a Trimble system and it works pretty good. It's got the, no, Topcon, sorry. Trimble's our GPS. Topcon, it's got the 2 laser masks on it. We used to run a single. There's 1 mask dead center on that scraper. And as he would turn, your sides, one side would get higher or lower than the other. By going to this 2 mask system, you stay equal or level all the way across. So he's really liked it a lot. I've never ran it. I probably should. I ran the old style a lot, but oh well. How's the machine?
Good.
It's good? The laser's good?
Yeah.
They were having a lot of problems. Was it one wire that was bad? What was the problem?
No, I don't find a problem.
They still haven't found the problem. This thing was doing all sorts of crazy stuff. I had them shut down for what, 2 days?
Yeah, 2 days.
2 days. They came out and looked at it, and what it was doing didn't make sense. Even the engineer couldn't figure it out, and it just started working again. So
It works, but it's not normal.
it's not normal.
Not right.
It's not right. So it's still not right. But he's a master driver.
It works good, but it's not. We put the level. It's not correct. See?
These new Trimble systems, it's not that new, but they've got remote control. The old one, you used to have to walk out to that tower and change it every time. Let's say you didn't get it right and you started going again and it was digging too much or not enough. You gotta walk back out there, change it again. And sometimes you could be back and forth, especially I was young when my dad taught me how, like 14, 15 years old. And so a lot of it was guessing or educated wishing rather. And so, man, as a kid, I made a lot of climb up and down that tower. But now with this, and understanding a lot more, you can just do it from the cab and not have to climb out of the tractor and go up and down. So this has been really cool. I remember when we went to it, it was like a hallelujah moment. All right, said goodbye to Manuel. They just finished planting. I was hoping we'd get to check that out. But it's just a 20-foot Great Plains, really nothing special. Oh crap, the bridge is over there. Dang it. Walked the wrong way.